It burns. Hi, guys. Hi, girlies. Oh, my God. I know, we got MOMOKARUN in the thumbnail, guys. We've got MOMOKARUN in the thumbnail, guys. Did I start mid-sentence? Did this start with me being mid-sentence? What's going on, guys? Good soup. Good chapter. Good chapter. Good chapter. Go good. Go good. We got MOMOKARUN, guys. We got MOMOKARUN. Oh, it hits good. Doesn't it hit good? Doesn't it feel good? God damn. You know, like, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Hi, everybody. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. What's going on, girlies? Right. Girlies and gamers. All right. That's what I'm going to refer to you guys as from now on. All right. Girlies and gamers. Right. So. You know what I mean? It feels good. Yeah, it's non-official. Yeah, it's not official. Yeah. You can be a gamer if you want. I consider myself to be a girly. All right? We're good. We're good. Right, guys. No, for real. No, Usa, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. All right? I've enjoyed these chapters recently. I've enjoyed learning about shit, and I'll tell you what. I've enjoyed being able to see Nuglover get some stank put on that thing, right? I've been all over that shit, but it doesn't hit the same. That's not why I'm here. That's not why you're here. None of us are here for that. All right, I know why I'm here, and it's the latter half of this. It's like, oh man, it fucking hits good, doesn't it? Doesn't it hit good, right? Yeah. That's it. Sometimes it's good. No, it's good. It's really nice. Like what I love about this is there's an angst to it, right? Like there's an undeniable angst that is just like, guys, oh no, just kiss. Just kiss already, please. Please, Lord, have mercy on our souls. Just do it. Oh, I can't cope. I'm struggling to cope as an individual. Do you know what I mean? I apologize for how I unhinged I may be coming across. But the thing is, I feel like I've been in withdrawals. You know what I mean? I've been in withdrawals from it. Oh, it's so good though, Nachan, isn't it? Isn't it good? All this stuff at the beginning, right? And we're going to jump into the chapter. Those of you who are new, welcome, number one. And whether you're a lurker or a chatter, you know, I appreciate all of my girlies and gamers here on the Safety Zone Rookie broadcast. But what we normally do is we'll use the chapter as a loose jumping off point to kind of have a little bit of discussion about what's happening in the chapter, Dandadan as a whole. And it's currently pinned on one side of and wherever the live chat is. It's over here for me, but it's probably over there for you, right? But this is, hi guys, hi Snaggle, hi everybody. But the first half of this chapter is great. It's objectively really good, and you know what? It's literally a fucking empty ass room, right? Look at this. Check this. Empty ass room, empty ass fucking room over here, nothing going on, but it looks gorgeous. This fucking manga is beautiful all the time. The lighting in this situation, in this room, is really nice. I mean, look at the way that Seiko's face is lit, right? And this is like the case throughout the entire chapter. It's just really nice. But it does feel like, you know what it is? It feels like we're at a, almost like an inflection point. Do you know what I mean? Like the lighting here kind of has that vibe about it where it feels like, and I know that it feels like, I mean, this stuff matters, right? Cinematography, fuck it. cinematography matters, all right? And it says a lot about what's happening in the story. What we're seeing here is the veil is being pulled back in a way, right? We're learning a little bit about what's actually occurring. And as a consequence of that, whilst there is still shadow because we're not fully in the know about the story, we are being pulled into the light, right? The actual shades of what's going on is not all encompassing anymore. It feels like it's being shone through a little bit, and the truth, at least some of it, is starting to be revealed with this explanation, which is great because up until now, for the past fucking I don't know how many chapters, I've been losing my marbles, not knowing what the hell's happening. We've all been kind of losing our shit a little bit, but the truth is coming out. And you know what? Reading all of this stuff, reading all of this shit here, you know how people are, right? You know how people are. Every single chapter, and especially every story arc, there'll be a small contingent of fans who are kind of like, is this the final arc in Dandadan? Is it ending soon? And it's like, no. Definitely not. Are we going to end like this thing about space aliens and yokai on warring families across like fucking Europe and shit? Like, come on. Like, it doesn't have that vibe to it. It doesn't have that vibe to it. It does not have final arc or even close to final arc vibes. This feels like middle stuff. This is like middle stuff, you know? They're padding out the world a bit, but not to the point where it's like end times kind of stuff. You know? This feels like it's going to be another, you know, that you're not going to end on a story arc about warring families that we barely know anything about. We've got a lot to go on from here onward. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? Like, the final boss is Vlad Delacroix. Ooh, he's French. Come on. Like, you know what I mean? It's just not happening. Of course, now it reframes every single thing that he says as being with a French accent, which is very funny to me. Anyway, that's not important right now. What really matters is we get to go back to the main gang here in this chapter, and I really enjoy this, you know? Now, I personally don't want Dandadan to ever end, but also I want it to end at some point. I want it to end at some point because it doesn't feel like the kind of thing that, you know, it going on forever to me kind of feels... I like things having an ending when they're satisfying. Oh, thank you, Snaggletail, joining Serpo tier. Thank you so much. If you want to make the most out of it, get a special role in the Discord. Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member to get access to the Discord. It's the best place on the internet for Dandadan. Fact. That's fact. That's fact. You can ask anyone. You may already be there, but it's, you know what I mean? Anyway. It's hard for me to tell sometimes as well because people's names on the Discord do not match their names here, and it's exhausting, guys. Fix your handles. Fix your handles for the sake of me, please. I beg of you. Yeah, the strongest your guy, no? Yes, yeah, exactly. There you go, Tarantado. Thank you. Anyway, back to the show. So what we're gonna do is naturally, we'll get through the first half of this. We'll talk about what it means for the greater, for Dandadan, kind of like the plot of Dandadan going onward. And then when we get to jumping onto the stuff that's happening with the main gang, we can all crash out together, guys. You know? That's it. Exactly, Nicholas. Ridiculous. Yeah, appreciate you, Snaggletail. But, right, so, let's jump into what we're seeing here, right? We're learning more about the Black Paladins. No, we'll get to the crash out soon. Oh, wow, Janny, thank you. Thank you. It's a wondrous day. Thank you. I love to see it. I love to see it. Thank you for your generosity. Vanishing Age will surely enjoy that. Thank you so much, Jenny. Thanks, guys. Thanks, girlies and gamers. I'm making that a thing. Kidnapping someone into the cult community. Yes, well, you can just call it a cult now. You can just call it a cult now. Anyway, so we're in a room. I don't know what room, just a room in the hospital, presumably. Is that tea? That is tea, yes. It's my little tea set. It's got a little burner station there as well, where it stays warm. Little tea light. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, Sonic. I mean, like, I think that we're going to get into a fight, right? It's going to be, I drink tea every day of my life. Listen to my voice. Listen to my accent. I drink tea all the time. I drink it all the time. Thanks, Shadow. Appreciate you. Jacoby, time skip. I think that would be a fucking dreadful idea. I think that'd be an absolute fucking dreadful idea. I don't want a time skip. I mean, part of the beauty of this series is that it is people who are teenagers, right? Like it's people trying to figure the way out through it all. A time skip to me feels like all that tension just goes away. I don't see how you can do a time skip and make it satisfying for this myself. Again, like, I just don't see what a time skip really accomplishes in my perspective, right? Like, I don't like the idea of us skipping stuff and then hinting that things happened off screen. I just want to see what's happening. I just want the story to unfold, right? Yeah, I mean, training, like, Gigi trained, right? Gigi trained, and it was, like, between chapters, and it's like, you know, you kind of suspend your disbelief for that stuff, right? It's like, oh, they're doing it at home at night. It's like, whatever. Anyway, doesn't really matter. We'll talk about more general Dandadan as we go. So, we're talking about the Black Paladins now. This group of people, the sage type people who were sent to make Momo big again to cure the curse. Start talking about the Black Paladins to Seiko. Seiko, for once, is kind of one of the people who are outside of the know, which is really interesting. Like, typically, Seiko is like on top of things. You know what I mean? Hi, Ham. Hi, Hammy. What's going on, guys? Typically, Seiko is the person that's on top of things, right? So the fact that she doesn't really know what's happening is kind of a new dynamic, you know? Also, Turbo Granny is back. Oh, look, she's there. She's in the chair. She's in the chair. It feels so fucking right. It feels so right. It just feels so right that she's back. It's, oh, man, the pieces are starting to fit together. You know what I mean? You know? I'm just glad. I want everyone to just be happy again. You know what I mean? But anyway, they start talking about it, and this is just a lore dump, right? This is a lore dump. They're talking about the Black Paladins, and essentially they are a clan of 13 prominent noble families from around the world, right? They have a shared ideology of world conquest. Fuck it, yeah. It's the Lale Lule Lo. We got the Lale Lule Lo. You know? We got the Illuminati and Dandadan before GTA 6. Hooray! Glad to hear it, Skeleby. Glad to hear it. Welcome to the the wisdom to figure it out. Don't you worry. I will confuse you to the best of my ability, Skeleby. Yeah. But they want to take over the world. It's a shadowy group of various different clans that want to take over the world. And the one who's currently invading the, you know, sucking up all the powers is Vlad from the Delacroix family, right? And as you can see, he's impaling someone through the neck. So Vlad the Impaler, presumably. And they're collecting yokai powers as a means of boosting their strength for war to become the greatest of the noble families, right? This is just a full thing. I didn't expect us to go this deep with it, and I also kind of expected the guy... I thought this Vlad guy would be a fucking alien. You know what I mean? The fact that he's a dude, that he's a rich dude, makes me fucking despise him more, man. How dare he? Dude, they think that they can have anything. He's the ultimate gooner, Orbis, exactly. He's an absolute gooner, man. The Goon Lord Supreme. Absolute fucking jerk-off, dude. You know? I do think... you know what's really interesting, actually? You know what's really interesting? And this is relevant to Dandadan, so... No, I'm not... No, I'm going to say it more now you've said that. This is relevant to Dandadan, so I'm going to mention it. But what I love about this... And now, I don't read lots and lots of manga and stuff, but... What I really enjoy about Dandadan is it is a product of the author in every single way, right? Like, and I know that sounds obvious, but what I mean is Tatsu injects his perspective of the world presumably into it. Like it can very quickly, like the more moral characters or the ones who are speaking about subjects of morality or subjects especially of imperialism, he oftentimes will just start talking about, like the characters will just start talking about these notions and these concepts quite out loud, almost like stripping away the subtext in a good way. It's like, this is kind of what I enjoy about Kojima work, right? Is that you can tell that the person making the art has a perspective, and I enjoy that. I mean, it doesn't feel like you're being lectured, but it also feels like you're learning something about the way that the person who creates the art kind of looks at the world, right? So when these characters, I don't know what to call them, are talking about, you know, the rich and the powerful imperialists, it's really interesting, like the way that they present it as somebody who's born into the world crying, grows up being taught nothing, and then that person obtains power. What do you think happens? You know, it's quite an interesting phrasing, I would say. You know, because that is essentially what it is, right? Like, presumably these houses, the Black Paladins, the Lale Lule Lo, the Dadi Dude Do, yeah, the Dade Dude Do, they are, well, they think that they have a right to this to this world, right? They think that they have a right to world conquest. They're no different. They're no different than the fucking space globalists, man. They're no different than the space globalists. And this idea, and invasion is very high on the threat list of the enemy in Dandadan. You know, like the stuff with Vimola's backstory. There's a reason he goes in so hard. There's a reason that he goes in so hard with the imagery in that. It's kind of, you know, it's fascinating because when you go and I did this, when I covered this in the Space Globalist arc Retold, if you haven't watched it, you should go do that. When I was putting that video together, it is almost like a completely different manga. It's a completely different story that's being told. It's vicious and brutal, and it doesn't shy away. It doesn't shy away from showing you things that really you wouldn't think would have any place in something like Dandadan. And that's because he clearly has a perspective, an opinion. There's a raw reality that he wants to get across with the messaging. And I think that is extending to this as well. You know? I mean, we in a lot of ways live in a time where this is more and more relevant than ever, you know? It's... Yeah, exactly. it yeah, the what yeah, that's it. It's well, that's it. No, but this is the thing, right? Chewing people up and turning them into weapons is an incredibly raw visual, you know. It's fascinating. It really is fascinating. I mean, I'm curious to see how the anime tackles it, but this is the same kind of you know, subject matter, or at least similar subject matter to that. It's just all of these warring families, and I suppose my point is that the phrasing of it, you know, it was very visceral for a comedy manga. But this is the thing: I think that comedy manga or manga that has a lot of comedy in it, it has that ability to disarm you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it disarms you, it makes you feel safe, it makes you feel comfortable, and then it pulls the rug from under you with this very potent, poignant messaging. It's because you've let down all those pretenses and guards that you would have going into something like a war fucking film or a drama. It hits twice as hard. And the idea, and this is what I love, right? So this whole page is fantastic in my opinion, because when they talk about it, they talk about these people collecting the things to become the greatest of the 13 noble families, and then say ordinary people like us get dragged into the struggle for power, as it has been in every age. Human evolution and the progression of civilization aren't proportionate. When someone is born into the world crying and then grows up being taught nothing, what do you think happens when that person obtains power? They stop making things themselves, and when they want something, they just steal it from someone else. They become comfortable with hurting people, and the fighting never ends. People must learn from history. When you fail, you fix it and improve things a bit. That is, it's great. Like, I love that. That's such a fantastic mantra. And I think that is, again, I suspect that this is a bit of Tatsu's politics slipping through the cracks here, you know? Like, I love Dandadan's ability to tackle serious topics, really serious topics, without having to lose itself in it, if that makes sense. The stuff with Acro Silky, like, it's more than just heart-wrenching. It's done for a reason. It makes you feel a connection to the power and an importance of the mission that this woman lived on. This woman's life was based on this mission to protect her daughter, and she failed it, yes, but that doesn't take away from how admirable the mission was. And that being entrusted to Ida, her giving that up for Ida, shows that it's that continuation of the mission of sacrifice. Passing it on to Ida is her taking that in and being the one to carry that on. So you know that when she has that power, when she uses that power and is connected with it, it means something. And it can only make you know that because of the fact that it took you to that place. It took you to that place where it hurts. Same with the evil eye. If they steal away Acro Silky's powers, if they steal away the evil eye, it hurts. Even the one page of Zuma being aware that he had lost his powers with Futa, even though they don't linger on it, you feel something because of the fact that we've been through all of that stuff before. And it's powerful. And it inside of those stories, it's not just, oh, she had a bad life. It's about the social safety nets that society have stripped away to make it harder and harder for someone like her, a single mother, or someone like that boy, to ever flourish, to ever prosper. And that is the message. That's his message. You've created that context based on the real world insufficiencies that those with do not provide for those without, despite the fact that those with have only become have only ever gotten the thing that they have because they've taken it from the fucking people who don't have, you know? And this is imperialism, and the manga, the story covers that. It cares about just covering that, and I know that. And look, you can't when you're creating any kind of content, when you are making any kind of media, having any kind of message, you can't help but process that and mediate that from your own perspective, as he's doing here with his story, in the same way that I'm doing it right now with my perspective, by mediating my interpretation to you. Does that make sense? Like, I just love that. I love that. It's the difference between art, in my opinion, it's the difference between art and artisanship. You know? Like, the messages that are delivered about weapons and war in fucking Iron Man. Not that there's anything wrong with Iron Man, but those messages in that are more half-baked, are less complete, because they aren't the product of vision, of someone's vision. And that is what this is. So I'm engrossed with this stuff. And it does feel like it's partially being written with the perspective that all of these notions of imperialism are more prevalent now in our small period of time than they ever have been. Than they have been for a very long time. And I think that's important. And I hope that people take something away from that. When you see Vimola's story, I hope that people take that and cross-reference it with things that happen in the real world. And I think people will and do. At least I do. At least I try to. You know? I don't know. This is great. I really enjoy this. Even though it's just a lore dump, really. But it really gets you on side, you know? And I'll tell you what, it shows you who the fucking bad guys are. It shows you who the fucking bad guys are, right? Like, I'm reading this and it's like, yeah, they sound like dickheads. They sound like absolute knobs, dude. And again, like I said before, the lighting here is really pretty. It feels quite ominous. It feels quite serious, you know? The lighting is really pretty. But like I said at the beginning of the stream, it feels like the veil is being lifted, right? The shadows of what is actually occurring, what's actually happening, is being slightly drawn, so we're able to see a little bit more of what's actually occurring. That's what the light is, but that doesn't mean that we're fully in the know. And it's ominous. It's ominous, but at least we know something now. And I think that the lighting reflects that in the scene. You know? Yeah. I hope that that's what it is, Homer. I hope that's what it is. Yeah. That's it. I think that that's... Oh, shit. You guys can see my screen. Oh, no. I think that's a really interesting thing about this. I like being able to see that side to Dandadan. I like that they don't shy away from it. It's the stuff that hits hard. It's the stuff that you remember. And it's the stuff that makes me care about this a lot. This is great. Yeah, no, look at this. Look at this shit. Let me move my fucking stupid fucking face. Look at this shit here. Look at them. That's so good, dude. Back to back, man. Like that, even that is great. Look at this fucking thing over here. It looks great. I really enjoy this. You know, we are at a it feels like this is trying to tell us it's trying to tell us that we are at an inflection point here, you know? It feels like we're at the point where we're crossing over into the actual full plot rather than just being subjected to it. Because up until now, it feels like we have been just subjected to the plot rather than actively participating in it. And now things are starting to illuminate themselves. I feel more comfortable with what's actually happening in the background right now. Do you know what I mean? It's cool. And this idea as well that culture and teachings are the accumulation of that incremental improvement of things, you know? Like, you stand on the shoulders of giants. You know what I mean? All that you can do is put a brick in the wall at the end of the day. You can only put a brick in the wall. It's humbling. It's humbling, but it's a reality. It's the reality of things, you know? That's all you can hope to do, is to leave something behind in that regard. Yeah, I mean, you know, Nachan, this is the thing. This is the thing. Even if it's not intentional, it doesn't matter when you're analyzing it, in my opinion. Because art, in my opinion, art is not, it's not a fully conscious thing, right? Like, if you think of any great piece of art, you probably think, oh, what were they thinking when they did that? Oftentimes, nobody's thinking about anything when they do something. Exactly, yeah, Blissy, exactly. That's it. That is it. That's improvement. That is improvement, right? Is being able to plant a tree knowing you'll never sit in its shade. That's the point. Again, it's a humbling thing. But art, a lot of the time, you don't... It's like some... Evangelion is a really great example of this, right? Its final 2 episodes are... Well, its final episode, but also the back half of the season has a lot of parts in it where there is... It's like you can tell that the budget had completely gone and they were working with nothing, but they use that to their advantage. Sometimes that is the point. Sometimes doing something, even if it's not exactly what you want it to be, can make it a more powerful version because it's raw, because it's real. And even these things that don't seem intentional, the art in a way speaks through the artist rather than is created by them. And it kind of has a life of its own. So if that is the interpretation that you have of the cinematography, that's as valid as anybody else's. Even more valid than the artist's in a lot of ways. Because what does it matter? Like, if a tree falls in the forest, does it make a sound? Who fucking knows? Do you know what I mean? Like the reality is, you, as the audience, you make it what you want to make it. Do you know what I mean? And what it was intended is irrelevant to the way in which it impacts you. Henry, you deleted your messages. Please send them again, or ask your question again. Don't feel restricted from messaging. Don't feel restricted from messaging. If you're a lurker and you want to chat, please do. I'm sorry if I miss a question or something when I'm in the middle of yapping. I do that all the time. I'm sorry, but please send your message again if you would like. Live chat. Oh my god, yes. I always miss live chat. Anyway. What was I saying before? I was yapping. What was I yapping about? Neon Genesis Evangelion is fantastic. I love it. For me, this like Dandadan and Cowboy Bebop are my vibe. Those are my 2 things. Like those are my jam. This Dandadan for me is too special to me to not be the one for me. But it's done a lot for me, you know? Dandadan's done a lot for me. So I can't not put Dandadan there. But outside of Dandadan, probably Cowboy Bebop, and then for me also Evangelion are both in that kind of space. You know, I love that kind of cerebral kind of storytelling, you know? Anyway, they tell Seiko to pass the lessons on to the next generation as well, so that the young ones don't make the same mistakes that their ancestors have done. And she says that she will. You know what it is? You know what it is? This is crazy. This is crazy. I know that how this is going to sound, right? I know how this is going to sound. This whole message, this whole fucking thing, this whole first half of the chapter is just Metal Gear Solid 2. It's just Metal Gear Solid 2. You know what I mean? Oh, the Seiko vid. It is a bit like that, isn't it? Man, yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? That's pretty good. Metal Gear. Yeah. This whole thing, it's... Well, but this is another thing, right? Like, I'd like to sit and be all like, oh, well, I had a feeling that Seiko's character would do X, Y, and Z. But the reality is, my boy Tatsu writes consistent characters. He writes very consistent characters. Even the characters that aren't the center focus are very consistent, deep characters. So when I talk about them, like Seiko, if I'm on the money with the character, and you know the amount that I fucking read this manga, I like to think that I you know hit more than I miss, or at least I try to. That character's through line is that kind of figure of guidance, and it carries through to now when their guidance is needed. It carries through to now, because he writes them so consistently. You know, he writes them so consistently. But that idea of passing on the lessons that you learn is how the world gets better. You know, and that's the difficult thing. It's always really interesting to me that you know, like you read things, man. Like you'll see articles and stuff about people saying, oh, the Gen Z or Gen Alpha are the ones to save the future and all this shit. It's like, what a thing to put on one generation's shoulders. You know what I mean? Like, you should be the one. Everybody has the responsibility to pass on something, pass on the things that they actually care about, you know. And if what you care about is things like the accumulation of wealth and money and power, then you're a small person, because that's not worth passing on. Things that you care about are very much more human than that. Very much more human than that, you know. And that's the difference. Now I am mediating my own fucking thing. Now I'm lecturing you. Now I'm lecturing you. I apologize. I'll move on. Anyway, then they say that they've sent a strong person to her place. I don't know who that is. I don't know who this strong person is that's been sent to Seiko's place, but I can only presume. I don't know. Fuck those. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Things are heating up. You know? And I don't know what these guys' deal is. We better make a proper showing of the Yatagarasu. Yeah. That's the what is it? That's the crow. That's the three-legged crow. It's in Persona. That's in Persona. I do think that maybe these guys aren't human. You know? I do think that these guys aren't human. Because they don't look like it. Messenger of the Gods type, but yeah. Is Gara wind? Does that mean wind? I don't know. Yeah, they kind of look Serpo-ish, Nicholas, for sure. And then Turbo Granny. She's all like, oh fuck, that's scary, dude. What a bunch of shit for brains. What a fucking legend! She's eating the snacks, dude. Yeah, and then Turbo Granny's all like, they couldn't do anything to me. I want to see, sooner or later, we're gonna see Turbo Granny's powers, man. Like what the fuck? You know what I mean? I'm excited to see Turbo Granny's powers. Why has she not used them yet? Why has she not fucking used them yet? You know? It's Shinobi in disguise. Please no. I can't deal with more surprises. Anyway, that's not important. That's not important. That's not important. What's important is the date. The date. The gang date, guys. Oh, I've been waiting a long time. Waiting a long time for this, right? God damn. Man. And he didn't... That would be crazy, Blissey. That would be absurd. That would be absurd. That would be absurd if that were the case. I feel like we're getting closer and closer to Okurun getting his powers back. We're getting closer and closer to him getting his powers back. Oh my god, that's gonna be a good fucking chapter. I'm gonna explode. I'm gonna melt on the spot. It's gonna be amazing. Can you imagine? I can't. I gotta keep cap on it. We've got other stuff. We got other stuff. Anyway, they're at the amusement park, guys. They're at the fair. Look at them, guys. Also, I love that Momo and Vamola are wearing the same jacket. Also, Gigi and Kinta's jackets are inverted color-wise, so they're also kind of matching. Right? How fucking ridiculous is that? In fact, what's really interesting is Kinta's trousers, the cargo trousers, have all these pockets and stuff. It's kind of like he's trying to have that vibe of being the tech guy, you know? Or the illusion of being constantly prepared for anything that's occurring, you know? Yeah, sorry, Rinky. They invited Kinta, but not you. That's crazy. Details differ in color. Yeah, but they look similar, though. Look at them. It's cute. Aww. Isn't it cute? Gigi, Kinta, and Vamola are like, what the fuck? I love Vamola. Oh my god, dude. Vamola's the best. Vamola's the best. She's fucking fit in so well. My god, dude. It's so good, man. I love it. I love how she's fit into the group. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't speak any Japanese, right? Like, but she's rocking it. She's rocking it. Yeah, it's a sister thing, man. It's very good, man. Oh, I can't cope. And you know what? Like, I understand that I understand that people don't want to that maybe are a bit upset about the lack of clarity from Okurun regarding Aira. I adore her. I think Aira is the best. I think she's the best. I think that her crush on Okurun is not even like... It doesn't even feel like it's just a cliche or just there to be a nuisance. She likes him. And that makes it so sad. If Momo wasn't there, I'd be all over that shit. I'd be like, let's go, guys. But Momo is obviously the one for Okurun. That's not going to change. And I don't want it to change. But I do think that Aira and Okurun aren't a bad match. I think she genuinely is interested in him. And I do think that she's come into this place of actually being genuinely interested, rather than just faking it for his sake. I think she's like, when she tells him all this stuff about dinosaurs, she isn't just learning it just to impress him. I think that he's made an impression on her. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, that makes it worse. That makes it so much more sad. That makes it more heartbreaking to me, because she clearly genuinely likes him. I can't, man. No, it's heartbreaking, really, because it's not gonna work out. And you know what? We'll talk about it later on in the chapter. But it's all of this stuff, the jealousy stuff, I think is so important to Dandadan. I mean, I talked about it at nauseum. I've talked about it ad nauseum, but the bit in the Chaotic Beauty video that I did like over a year ago now talks about jealousy, and none of that's changed. None of that's changed. Like, the video that I did last year regarding the Momo's memories being lost, I stand by that. I stand by that whole video. All of this, I feel like all of this, whilst obviously being plot relevant, as far as it informs the characters, I still believe that this is fundamentally all about these two, Momo and Okarun, going back through the rhythms, going back through the motions of what made it special in the first place, of reconnecting. And I think that that's still what it is, right? This is no different. Than what happened with in the Serpo arc with Nessie. And I'll illustrate that a little bit later when we get to the end of the chapter. But this is no different than that, in my opinion. And again, it's not necessarily about it being a one-to-one parallel or an identical context. What it's about is the motions that the characters go through, right? Okarun, I'll get to it at the end, right? Hang on, I'll get to it at the end, all right? Anyway, we'll go back to Ida and Okarun for now. We'll go back to what I was just talking about. So they're all really excited. Kinta is into it, and he's calling himself the Colonel of the History and Culture Research Club. Sure. And he's saying that he'll have to lead the group. And it's the whole thing's absurd. And Momo's like, who invited this guy? That's like, oh, man. Fair enough. No, the idea that Vamola went to him and asked him to go on the date is crazy. This being a date I myself asked him. She didn't even know what a date is. It's great. Yeah, Gigi's face is great. He's dead serious about it. This is quickly becoming not a date. This is, I hate to be the one to say it, guys, all right? I hate to be the one to say it, all right? This is very quickly becoming a shit show and an Ida and Okarun date. Now, I don't want that for anyone. I don't want that to be the case, but this is quickly becoming an Ida and Okarun date. And we need to do something about it. You know? We need to do something about this. And then he's all like, oh, fuck. Momo's in love with me the most, but maybe Vamola's approaching that level. Now, I'm sorry, but look at what... You gotta see what I'm seeing. I'm sorry. I don't want it to be the case, but it's the case. You know, we gotta make some moves. We gotta change some things here, dude. Don't shoot me. Alright? Don't shoot the Yatagarasu. See what I did there? Yeah, the plot will interrupt it, for sure. For sure. I'm saying, like, half serious, alright? Okay, I know that this isn't gonna end that way. And like I said before... is a reference to a dating sim. He is a dog. More than... yeah, no. Ugh. He needs to stop. This guy needs to stop. Yeah. No, I don't think that we're going to be changing to other characters. We're going to be sticking with these guys for a bit. You know? But... Anyway, everybody's arguing, and like I said, right now... Hi, Jersey. Yeah. Well, you know, Nicholas, this is my position on this, right? what I think you're seeing here, with Okurun and Ida, like, I find it, number one, right? I just need to, before we move on, I find this shit to be the most fucking adorable shit on earth. The way that they look at each other and immediately, like, dart their eyes away is crazy, man. Like, oh my god, it's so fucking... It's so good, dude. I can't, man. Oh! Sorry, I'm fine. I'm fine. I just needed to get that out. It's not... No, I hear what you're saying, Mark, right? But this is just... I feel like this is what it is, dude. This is, like, how it fucking happens, dude. You know what I mean? God damn, this is how it goes, man. You can't... I don't even know how to explain or begin to explain it. It feels like... You know when you like somebody a lot and they like you back and it's leading somewhere, these are the things that happen, man. Like it's like looking is a betrayal of your feelings. You know what I mean? Like you're being too honest. Like words are not sufficient. Words are never sufficient in these kind of contexts, especially in group scenarios, because it's too much. It's too much to be honest. It's too real to be honest. So your eyes are what do the work, and they betray you. They betray you in that way. It's so fucking cute, dude. This is it's very real, I feel. It's very cute because it is very authentic. This right here, see this bottom panel with Momo is amazing. And the fact that she didn't want to go on this date with him in the first place, supposedly, but now she's jealous. And it's so fucking Momo, man. Like this is the thing that what you don't realize. While I adore everything. I adore everything about Momo and Okarun. And this is what I was trying to get across with my video that I made last year about Momo's memories, right? I adore everything about Momo and Okarun after things are obvious between them. After their relationship is clear. I adore everything about that. But something that's lost are these nuances in the way that the characters approach their feelings, right? Like when you approach your feelings from for Momo anyway, she can't, because of the kind of person that she is, because of the insecurities that she carries, you can't admit it. She can't admit it, because that's too much. You know? It took so much work for Okarun and Momo to kind of connect that first time, and it's because it was the slow erosion of these walls, of these barriers, of these personal inner conflicts that stopped people from just saying how they feel. And we obviously had to sit through that for a long time, but it was the first, like, up to the Evil Eye arc that basically was immediately eroded. And it's been so long since that period of time that you can forget about what it is that Momo was like beforehand. And while Okarun has moved past his insecurities, and I'm very proud of him for that, Momo here never really properly contended with hers in the same way. And what is really important, and what this chapter does, right? If we were to look at this as a kind of a retreading of things that have already happened, right? If we were to compare some of the things that they've been through to things that they've already done before, this barrier, what is the barrier that really pushed through with Momo and Okarun and pushed it into clearly romantic territory? For me, the obvious moment was the Nessie fight, right? Because it changed both of the characters. It was a moment that changed both of the characters. Also, it's worth noting that whole situation in the Nessie fight, if you all can remember it, was because he lied. Okarun lied to Momo. He lied to Momo about what it is that he was doing and why he was avoiding her. Is so that he could go and get strong in secret. And that lie is what caused her to lose trust in him. And it also caused her to feel incredibly jealous because of Ida, right? Here, exactly here, Okurun lied. And she doubts him. She doubts him, right? Like, when he asked her to go on a date with him, and then later on he said that he was lying about that, or he was joking about that, that's painful for her, because she does like him. She doesn't know how to say it, and her immediate reaction is to push it away, as Momo does, as Momo has always done with things that don't conform to her worldview, to what is palatable to her. She pushes it away. She always has done. That was her original awakening, right? Was learning to accept these sides of herself. And it's a protective thing. And here we have it where Okurun essentially lied again, and she's jealous because she doubts him. She doubts that he was being authentic. Momo's problem has always been that she needed him to chase her, to do all of the work to get to her. And he did that, right? He did do that, but also, like, she helped, I guess, along the way, but that was always the roadblock between the two of them. So she pushed him away, and rather than persist and keep pushing, he lied. He lied. Now she doubts him. And now she's seeing him and Ida, she's jealous and feels like that lie was so that he actually could he was facilitating a relationship with Ida in some capacity, not her. It's the same situation across the Nessie arc and this one. Momo's jealous of Ida and Okurun. He lied to her. They need to seal that rift, and they did seal that rift by, in the heat of battle, he told her the truth. He told her the truth about how he feels, in some capacity, about not wanting her to think that he's a liar, no matter what. And she gave him the space to say that. She had the grace to accept his apology, and to accept that he is trying to be honest with her then. And that's what helped them work together and save the day, and it pushed them into new fucking territory. That's when they were in the nurse's office together and looked into each other's eyes. Something that they were struggling to do, by the way. They were struggling to do that earlier when they were washing dishes, which is another... It's all the same kind of shapes. All the same shapes of the same events. Again, right? What you see here is the exact same setup. And there's also clearly a fight that's going to be coming up with these, the Dragon Knights, or whatever, right? I think, and because he's Pinocchio, what is Pinocchio fucking known for? Lying, right? If his weakness is lying, if his current circumstance was caused by lying, so much so that he is literally the currently being treated as the archetypal liar, right? How do you fix that? What's the course correction from that? It's to tell the truth. It's to tell the truth, and they're in a group context. I would dream that he would tell her that he would be honest, that he would be true to himself, that he would be real, in your case, Skelly B, and just be genuine with her. I would hope. And I would hope that would be in front of maybe Ida. Maybe. Right? But they need to come together and trust each other. They need to be able to trust each other, and they've always done this. These conflicts have always manifested in physicality. And through winning the battles, through working together and overcoming their emotional turmoil, they get closer. That's what's always happened in Dandadan. You've got to overcome these physical things, that the conflict is solved through conflict. And I think that's what's going to happen. That's actually really interesting, 720. I guess it is a bit like that, isn't it? I don't know. Some people lean on the Reiko Kashima stuff. Some people lean on the Reiko Kashima stuff. I don't buy it myself. I don't really think that Reiko Kashima's in game, like in play at all right now. I just don't buy it. Yeah, he shouldn't have lied, but like you can understand why he did, right? Yeah, no, I could see Momo and Okurun admitting the truth to each other. Or at least him in the middle of the battle, if they're not working together, or he is performing specifically well with Ida or something, I could see her getting really fucking jealous about it. Why not? Why not? And it would be really interesting to see them not working together as a team. Momo gets fucking jealous again and tells him essentially that he's interested in Ida like she did back then, like she did back in the Nessie fight, and then he tells her the fucking truth. And then they can work together to overcome it. We've already seen that the Oni Club, the Ogre Club, works better with the both of them working together. It's no fucking different than their powers, right? What really matters is that they work together symbiotically. You know? They symbiotically work together. I mean, I don't know. I think that the bad guys think Okurun has Turbo Granny's powers still. You know? I just think that this is the way that it works for me. This is the way that this whole story, this whole situation gets figured out. I think that's how this situation gets figured out, through them confessing how they're actually feeling about each other, to each other. And I think that opens the door again. And it's not even just, and I know it's really nice, I think, I don't mean full confession. I mean about the jealousy. I mean about this situation. About the date, right? And I think now this is quickly turned into fan fiction territory. I think it would be really good if during the fight all that stuff unfolds as I said, where Okurun tells her the truth that he wasn't lying about wanting to go on a date with her, and then at the end of the fight, when the fight is over, she says okay to it. That's what I think. That's my hope. That's my dream right now, right? Is that they get through this, and it hinges on them coming together, him telling her the truth, and then she just says at the end, maybe there's a dinner scene after this or something like that, and she says okay to it. That to me would be perfect. That'd be perfect. It'd be too perfect. That's fan fiction territory. Yeah, the good guys are gonna win. These guys are fucking scrubs, dude. These guys look like they're gonna be scrubs. You know, they're not the main guys. The fact that they're already like you know, second fiddle to CSG. Who cares? They're not that guy. These guys aren't that guy. The second fiddle, the losers, the nobodies. No, I don't think that the Zuma thing is going anywhere with Momo at this point. I just don't think that the story has space for it anymore. I think that we'd add a new level of complexity to it that's not necessary. I think that it's clear that this Momo, even if she doesn't admit it, I think she likes him. You know? I just don't think that the story has space for it anymore. When it started, I think that maybe it could have. I just don't think that it has the space for it now. You know? If they do win, then I was wrong. But I'll be surprised, right? I mean, maybe they will take like someone's power or something. I mean, every fucking person in the world seemingly has one of these fucking knives, these Kazuka knives. You know? Honestly. It's like everybody fucking has one. I do wonder, now that I'm looking at it, hold on. I do wonder. Give me a sec. I'm going down the old the old records. Going back in time. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? No, it's not too similar. I thought it would be similar. I mean, yeah, he was beating himself up in chapter 19. Everyone and their mums are packing knives around here. Farmers' mums. Yeah, I love Zuma. I love Zuma Snaggle. I absolutely love Zuma. No question about it. You know? He's a liar, bro. You shouldn't have lied. Why did he lie? Oh, no. No, he's going to tell the truth. He has to tell the truth. We're making a big point of the lie, right? That's the whole thing here. Oi, mate, you got a license for that? Unbelievable, dude. Unfucking believable, dude. Man, I fucking love this series. I hate it. I love it. It's great. How dare this series be so fucking good, by the way. His pants weren't on fire. That's true. Man. It's like the same setup though, dude. Like it's all about telling the truth. And that's she's fallen out with him essentially because he lied. And she's jealous of Ida, and it's the exact same kind of setup of what we've already seen, and that moment is such a big fucking moment in the Serpo arc. I think that you need to retread those steps, not just because the manga did it before, that's secondary, but because honesty, being straightforward, honest about how you feel, and removing that doubt, removing any element of doubt from Momo's mind is important to her. It's how you get past her barriers, and it's how they progress their relationship before. So that's the way to do it this time, you know? What do you mean? The powers and what they represent? It's just about, again, it's just taking another step in their relationship and getting closer in the same way that they did before. I mean, what is it that you mean, Barty? I'm not 100% sure what you mean. If the knife's purpose is to steal yokai power, so how Momo's power got stolen? Well, I don't imagine that Okarun's power can be stolen, but I don't know that they are aware that he gave it back to Turbo Granny. I mean, I'm curious about how any of these guys know any of these powers in any of these kids, right? You know what I mean? Momo's powers were stolen when she was woke up from well, was in like when she just got big again. You know? No, I always assumed that. Well, maybe I just assumed that Zuma was just. I think that for Zuma and Momo, that kind of like created the shades of. I was like, oh, maybe he likes her, that kind of thing, just to kind of create that a little bit of tension, just a sprinkle of tension there, you know, just a sprinkle of tension there between the two of them. I mean, it's undeniable that I think Tatsu. Now you got to remember, this guy's he's writing a weekly manga, guys, right? He's writing a weekly manga, having these little bits and these little moments sprinkled across it. Are important because it gets people talking about the series. That moment where Momo and Zuma are walking through the castle and all the lights, the little fairy lights and stuff, you know, the fireflies, they kind of just like show up all around them. It's a very romantic scene. That doesn't mean that they are romantically inclined, but it is a romantic scene, and it is supposed to introduce that little bit of tension, that little bit of doubt in your mind between, like because Momo's away from him, but obviously sprinkling in that doubt about, oh, maybe Zuma and Momo are gonna a romance triangle thing. When it doesn't happen, it springs you back to, oh, you know what? Obviously not, because she's just devoted to Okurun. You've got this guy here that kind of looks like Ken Takakura. He's brave, he's strong, he's moral, you know, he's a hero to the downtrodden. He's got everything that Momo Ayase would have liked once upon a time. But not anymore, because she likes Okurun, and there's no doubt about that. So seeing her overcome that, even across these romantic situations, and even if he maybe likes her, is irrelevant. That's not relevant because she's locked the fuck in. She's locked the fuck in. Okurun running into Vamola is that same moment for him. She's, once upon a time, would have been the perfect fucking girl for him. She's an alien from outer space that sees him and considers him strong and powerful and wants to marry him, and he turns that shit down because he's locked the fuck in, dude. Locked in. You know? Oh, I see what you mean, Barty. I see what you mean. Yeah, I mean, I'm curious about the extent to which any of these fairy tales necessarily apply, right? Like, I mean, what is Red Baron outside of the guy wears a hood and he's got red in his name? Like, how does Nuglover fit into his thing? I think it's mainly aesthetics. Or maybe there's something deeper, there's some other archetypal meaning that I'm not fully aware of. Because Pinocchio is also known for wanting to be a real boy, I suppose. You could make the argument that Okurun was never really seen to be real, you know? He wasn't really living until he met Momo. I mean, even fighting the whale, it's like, you can make the argument that that's also part of the Pinocchio thing, but like, you know what I mean? Like, just because he fought fought a whale, doesn't mean that he's suddenly a fucking a little wooden puppet. Wooden puppet. You know? Yeah, I think CSG is aware, but these guys probably aren't aware that he doesn't have powers. You know? No, I don't think so, Tuma. I mean, I think maybe there's a potential for her to kind of like, maybe like Zuma. I don't know that the story has... I just don't know that the story has space for that at this point. I just don't see it. Like, maybe. You could maybe say that if this is going to stand in as that kind of like retelling of, or a reimagining of the kind of Serpo stuff, the telling the truth element, you could make the argument that there's the possibility that Zuma could stand in as the Gigi counterpart for Okurun feeling jealous about Momo, right? Like, if that is the direction, if we're going that granular with redoing things, you could make the argument that that could be something that happens. Yeah, no, it could be Tuma, like jealousy, like I think jealousy is a very important emotion for Dandadan. Like, how the characters react to jealousy is really important. And you know, Okurun was that guy back then, right? My boy, he was that guy back then. He was honest. He needed to be honest, and he told her the truth, right? The whole thing here is she was jealous of Ida, and it was about the fact that he was lying to her. He acknowledges the fact that he was lying to her, and he's responsible for it. Like, he sowed the seeds himself. Me when I'm reaping. Oh, fuck. Oh, this is the worst. How could this be happening to me right now? Me when I'm sowing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Okurun overcame it with Gigi for sure, but I think overcoming it again is maybe. Again, I don't know if the story has space for something like that. I don't know that we need to get bogged down twice in the jealousy thing with the characters. I mean, Okurun, I don't think Okurun is super necessary, right? I think for me, doing it once would be enough. And on Momo's part, I do think that she needs to kind of go through the same motions she went through before, you know? Possibly, Sonic. Possibly. I'd be curious. That's an interesting idea. You know? But then that means that, like, I don't know why she wouldn't... I feel like she'd... I want to see Turbo Granny either use her powers or not at this point, right? You know? I mean, if you want to drop the series, that totally. I mean, I get it. Like, sometimes it's best to just drop it for a while and come back. But remember, Dandadan's jealousy has always served the main romance, right? Dandadan's romance has always needed these things to progress, right? If you look at this scenario here, they were in this spot where obviously Okurun thought it was okay. He thought it was okay to lie to her in order to get strong, to superficially impress Momo. And that's not the kind of girl she is. And the only way for this guy to discover that, the only way for her to discover that was to, was for her to see him in the act with Ida. And because of that, they couldn't ignore it anymore. They couldn't ignore it anymore, and then they had to face it. And that's what they did in the middle of battle. Because they weren't working together, because they had a new person involved, and incorporating her into the mix was difficult because Momo was jealous. You know? Yeah, no, I saw it, Sonic. I saw it. Thank you for the dono. I mean, again, I'd be curious. Maybe. I mean, I just, it's really down to what extent Turbo Granny is just fine giving up her powers again, right? Like, I don't know. I feel like because she got her powers back, we need to see her use them at least once. We need to see her use them at least once. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's alright, no worries, dude. No worries. Thanks for dropping your theory anyway. Appreciate it, you know? The panel, I mean, I've kind of like lost track. I've just started talking about Dandadan now. I don't know. I mean, I've kind of not been following the panels super close. I've just been enjoying talking about Momo and Okurun on screen. You know what I mean? I'm just enjoying this. I love to see this. It's like, it feels so fucking good to talk about. Especially after we've been talking about the fucking plot for so long. And this is more important than the plot, really. The plot, in a lot of ways, serves the character dynamics. And this is the main thing for me. Yeah, we didn't really finish it, but like what's really interesting in this sequence is that she doubts him. Do you know what I mean? Like, she doubts that he actually wanted to go on a date with her in the first place, right? I mean, we're basically all done with the chapter. I'm just talking about the general vibes of the chapter now. I do love, again, I love Ida's thing here, right? I love that she's authentic about it. She's not fucking lying when she says that she likes Okurun. And that makes it harder to digest the fact that it's not going to work. It's not going to work, girly. You know what I mean? It makes me sad because it feels authentic. It feels like genuine and authentic from her part. And I don't begrudge her that. I wouldn't want to take that away from her. But it is, again, it's really great to see the fact that they're both thinking about it. Yeah, I'm the yapper. That's true. I just really enjoy. Oh, Nachan, 13 months. Holy shit. Holy cow. 13 months, that's crazy. We've got Vimola tears. We've got Vimola tears out in the chat, guys. Thank you, Nachan. Appreciate you. But, yeah, I mean, I really enjoy it. like it feels authentic. It feels like she is genuinely interested in him. She is genuinely interested in him. Hold on. There was a message. Yeah, if you have that support, you just have to tag me or link it to me. I can't do it on my own. But yeah, no, like she's talking about dinosaurs and stuff, and it does feel like they are closer, right? They are closer, and it also shows that to what extent Okurun has had an impact on people, you know. But that makes it. Don't worry about it, sport. Don't worry about it. That does make it more painful for Momo, because in a lot of ways right now, Ida is more compatible with him than Momo is, and it's horrible to see. It's horrible to see. Is my goat washed? Chat, is my goat washed? Chat. No, that's it. Yeah, Tuma, for sure. Like she's teaching him something. I think that's really cool. Also, are we gonna get dinosaurs in the next fight? Guys, are we gonna get dinosaurs in the next fight? Are we gonna be dealing with the Earth's magnetic field and gravity in the next fight? I feel like we're gonna be doing some dinosaur stuff. Isn't Vamola's suit in the shop because it's busted? It feels like we're about to do dinosaur stuff. Alright? I'm just gonna say it. I feel like we're gonna do some Jurassic Park shit. Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's where I'm at, Orbis. That's where I'm at. I mean, we literally got Count Dracula. We've got Dracula. You know? Alright. Yeah. No, I agree with that. With what Blissy said. This is actually really interesting about Ida. Like, it does feel like, and I spoke about this in the Evil Eye arc retold, but Ida's whole issue initially, her whole problem was that she lacked authenticity because she was trying to aim for this thing, this unattainable perfection, and as a consequence of that, she kind of tucked away her actual personality in favor of a presented personality. And hanging out with these guys over time has unveiled that, not just to them but to her. Like, there's no pretenses here, not really. Even the way that she approaches Okurun is less just I need to look perfect in front of him, or you know what it is. It's less about her going like, oh, that's really interesting, Okurun. Please tell me more, Okurun. Like, you know, cliche kind of like flirting stuff. And she is actively telling him stuff that she knows about it. She's more confident in her relationship with him. And she's less reliant on just being ditzy. Because that's how she presented herself. Right? Like, that's how she presented herself. She presented herself as kind of dim to people in the school, right? That's the persona that she had, despite the fact that it was all calculated. And she's a very intelligent individual. So this is really cool. It's good to see this kind of stuff. I like Ida a lot. It's going to break my heart when she eventually has to see reality for what it is. Chat, we might be doing dinosaurs. We might be doing dinosaurs, girlies and gamers. You know? Endgame. I mean, look, we're doing fairy tale shit. I could see them. Look, Momo's gonna get her memories back. She's normal size now. We've been kept away from it for so long. I think Tatsu must know that by now. I think that the end of this has to be a big step forward. I think that at the end of all of this, they're going to kiss. I think that at the end of all of this stuff, they're going to kiss. I don't know what that means in any kind of official capacity for the relationship, but I think that they will. It's too fairy tale. We are in fairy tale territory. There's no way that you don't get a true love's kiss. It's just as simple as that. I can't see that not being the case. You know what? After that message support, I don't want it anymore. Tatsu's in the chat. He's watching this right now and he's just like, no, fuck it. He's rubbing it out with the back of his pencil. He's like, no, Dandadan's cancelled. I genuinely think, look, I can't. Yeah, no, I think that the series would continue, but it would be a I think it would be them trying to figure out what that looks like, and that also has some incredible potential. That has some incredible potential for something really, really interesting to occur, and I'm very excited to see that next stage. But look, just hold on a bit longer, guys. All right, just hold on to it for a little bit longer, and we'll get there. We'll get there. Just enjoy the fucking ride here for a second. All right, this is peak angst. You know, the angst that you're seeing here, you're not gonna see it again for another generation. This is enough to feed you for the rest of your life. You just need to accept it, let it in, right? We're retreading the things, and I've said this since last year. I've said it since last year, right? We are retreading what's already happened to reaffirm the relationship in this way that confirms to us that it would always have it would always have happened like this. You know, that's what matters here. It's about it's about them being able to do it again and prove that it wasn't an accident, that it didn't just happen through circumstance. That's what matters. That is what matters. I'm telling you, don't make me make another video about it. I'll do it. All right, don't make me do it. I'll do it. It's crazy. You just gotta, you know, let it in. Let it just feel it, you know? You just gotta feel it. Yeah, just enjoy it for what it is, man. Like these interactions are great. Like Momo being jealous is it's proof. What else do you need? It shows she fucking likes this guy, right? Not long ago in this series, we were terrified that they might not like each other anymore, that she might not like him, And what, in the space of how long? A few days in the manga? He's already in there. He's wormed his way back in. Like that, dude. Like that. That's already... Look at her, man. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. You don't do that. You don't do this shit if you don't fucking like someone. You don't do this shit if you aren't in love with that motherfucker. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. This shit is the cutest fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. See that looking and catching each other's glare and then looking away. Oh, I can't, dude. You know? It's crazy. I know. This is it. This is what I'm saying. There's nothing else. Nice try, Orbis. Nice try, Orbis. Maybe I will. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm itching to say more stuff. Yeah, she's just watching him grab his heart every time he does that, man. It's so good. The rhythm is the same, dude. It's the same thing. It's gonna be good. The fact that you've had to wait and have this taken away from you for so long, that we've all had to sit and have it not happen, means that when it does happen, it'll be like revolutionary. It'll be revolutionary. You've got to realize that a lot of this series underpinning is the the kind of like slow burn element of their relationship, ending that with confirmation is a very difficult thing to do. It needs a final roadblock. You know? It needs a final roadblock. And this is it. You know? This is the thing. This is the thing. The last thing in the way. Of course it would be the biggest obstacle because it's the last one. Yeah, I'm gonna honestly, I'm gonna get a huge party thing going. It'll be great. Alright? When it happens, we're gonna do a party here, guys. It's gonna be amazing. But there's nothing to worry about. Alright? We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, guys. You just need to believe. You just need to believe. I'm so fucking excited for next week. I'm excited for every week. Think about that. Think about that. Every fucking Monday, I'm like pumped. I'm fucking psyched. I'm ready to go every fucking week. On a Monday, dude. On a Monday. I'm like, let's go. Monday. Fuck yeah. Let's go. I don't know what else to say. Honestly, look. I've been doing some other stuff. I won't explain what it is because I'm working on a video that's not Dandadan currently. I know the heart breaks. And I've been exploring other character dynamics. And whilst they are very sweet and they're enjoyable, it's not the same. It's not the same. Everywhere I go, man, it's just not the same. This is like, I don't know what it does to me. It is like electricity. It's like electricity to me. Yeah, I won't be this week, hopefully it will be released. I hope to release this video on Sunday. So stay tuned. But it's not Dandadan. And look, you know, it's partially because, guys, I'm trying to space out some of the Dandadan content to get us through to next year, to season 3. I don't want to do the whole thing in one go, all right? But whilst all of it's good, while all of it is all the stuff I'm working on, I enjoy. It's just there's nothing like this. These two are amazing. Tatsu is incredible. Tatsu is incredible. No, it's not the end of the world. No. I just need to make sure that I've got a steady stream of Dandadan content for you guys. I don't want to become one of those, you know, everybody do their own thing, all right? But I don't want to be churning out Dandadan content. I don't want to be churning out Dandadan content to a point where it becomes stale, or you guys don't feel like you're taking something away from it. I want it always to have something that people feel like is worth watching it for. It's like, yeah, I could sit down and make a Momo analysis video, but I think that would be a mistake because Momo, in my opinion, Momo's not reached her point yet to make a video like that. Same with Ida. You know, as much as I'd love to make that video, any of these videos, it's not ready yet. They're not ready yet, the characters. And when they are, guys, I'll make it. But I want to make sure that we have enough Dandadan stuff to keep going through to season 3. Yeah. No, this is it. Orbis. I've said it so many times. But this series tweaked something in my brain, something fierce, man. Like, I can't... There aren't actually sufficient words in the same way that they you know, that it's about a look, you know, these it's, you see something and you can't attribute words to it. There aren't sufficient words for it. What you can search for them, but it's really incredible to see something fiction be more real than anything else, right? I don't read any other weekly manga because I just don't really have the bandwidth for it, right? Dandadan is like the one thing that I really, really care about in regards to manga. And it's ineffable, you know? I can't think of a way to describe it. It's even its very rare faults are so easy to overlook because of the fact that it just gives you so much. You can take so much away from it. I feel greater as a consequence of reading it. Like, I never thought in my life, right? Thank you. I enjoy being able to occasionally have a good word or two. But I never thought in my life I'd be the kind of person who feels so invested in a piece of fiction that they could say that it was a life-changing or life-altering experience. But I feel like that. I feel deeply connected to the series. You know, I'm like it's absurd. It's absurd to even say it, to think it, but I'm a better person because of it. You know, like I feel like I'm a better person because of it. And there aren't many things in life that you can just have that kind of a pure relationship with. You know, it's funny because really in life there are so few moments where it feels like there are so few moments in life where it feels like everything around you kind of slips away and you go through something that is an internal experience, right? Like when I was when I first, I spoke about it a bit, but when I had first read it, you know, I was not in a particularly great place in my life, and a lot of that was partially because, well, not because of, but as a consequence of going through tough times, it kind of hardens you in a way, and not in a good way. I don't mean it makes you more resilient to it. It makes you into a bit of a shell, right? But these things are brittle, you know. It's not like it's like locking your legs. It's like locking your legs when you jump off of something high, right? It's gonna. It just makes you you'll break your fucking knees, man, the next time that something hard hits you, because you aren't able to kind of go with it. You can't resist that kind of thing. You can't just close yourself off emotionally just because you've gone through difficult emotions. That makes you less resilient, not more. It makes you easier to fracture and break apart. There's something about this. When I watched the anime, like the first however many episodes were out, I think it was like 2, maybe 3, and then I went and I read the whole thing, and it just unlocked something. Do you know what I mean? It just turned like ice into water for me, you know? And you don't feel as brittle because of it. And it helped me because of all of that. It helped me. It brought me into, like, I remember because I just made that Akira video, which none of you have ever seen and none of you ever will, because it got taken down because of copyright. And I wasn't super pleased with it because I felt like I was trying to just do something for the sake of doing something, of kind of like expressing myself as a way of expressing something, or making some fucking noise and thrashing about like just somebody in the forest so that somebody maybe will see you. But I didn't really believe in it in the same way that I believed in, because I was midway through making something else, and it was not the same as this series. When I read it, it just triggered something in my brain to go and create, and being able to feeling the desire to create because of some piece of art that you read is, well, I mean, they put it the best. They put it the best in here, right? You improve things bit by bit. You stand on the shoulders of giants, and you want to make stuff because of that, you know? Because we're the accumulation of the process of learning from other people and taking on the lessons of what you learn from this, even if it is just fiction. That doesn't mean it's not true, if that makes sense, you know? Like the stories are told across all human culture, you know? There are certain truths that exist across human culture, and they take similar shapes. That's because they speak to you. That's because they speak to you on a level that you may not... They speak to you on a level that you may not realize is hard-coded into being a person, into the human experience, so certain truths. Accurate video retold, that's crazy. That's crazy. It wasn't very good. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't very good. Oh, fuck all views, let me tell you. This is it. Like, the Zuma chapters are incredible. The Zuma chapters, his past is incredible. Accurate video remake. I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't think so. I don't think so. It's honestly, I would not have done it like how I did. Maybe one day. Maybe if I run out of ideas in another 4 years. Right? Maybe. We'll see. But I don't even remember why I was talking about this. But my point is that it feels P5. That's never, you're never gonna see that. No one's ever gonna see that. I don't know. It's I just think that this is a very special piece of media. It's a very special story, and it's you know, I feel like it changes people for the better. You know? I'm sorry, never gonna see the P5. Never gonna see it. It's so bad. It's so bad. I can't even watch it. It's so shit. I'd sooner sit down and watch my first stream than I would that. I swear. Yeah. And look, and also for the record. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, no, Orbis for sure. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I'm not even gonna watch it again. No, Orbis, you're right. I mean, one thing that I am my own biggest critic, actually, is the fucking curse, because I'm currently on that new video that I'm working on. I'm at the portion of it where I just fucking hate it, you know? I know that it's not bad or anything. I just am at this point where I feel innately so insecure. You just got to power through that. It's like I basically wasted most of yesterday not working on it, because like the idea of sitting down and working on it is like, oh my god, no, I don't know what I'm doing. But then you power through and you just got to get it done, because like you said, you're your own biggest critic, right? It's fucking, it's hell. It's hell. It's really bad. Like, that's why it's taken so long to get through it, you know? Dandadan, working on more Dandadan stuff is really the safe option, but sometimes you know that you need to do something different, and it's you've got to dare to try something different, you know? It's pretty crazy. During the reaction stream. Which reaction stream? Oh, the fucking, yeah, that was bad. That was bad, to be fair. Yeah, no, that was bad. Sometimes it's like, I don't want to, like, whenever we're like going back over the old content, it's like sometimes you know, you can't focus on what you've already done. You just got to move forward. yeah, I mean, like, I try not to mention most of the things that I notice because I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin it for everybody else. I'm working on other content, not necessarily Dandadan related, but some of it is also Dandadan related. Those of you who are in Dandagang and Yokai Power tier on the Discord get special access to that. In fact, if you are on the Dandagang and the Yokai Power tier, Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member to get access to the Discord. Patreon link. My brain. Hold on. Reverse it. Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member to get access to the Discord. It's the best place on the internet for Dandadan. That's what I say. Go and join us on Discord, girlies and gamers. But if you are on Mount Olympus at the higher tiers, the Yokai Power tier and the Dandagang tier, you would have already seen the introduction. You would have already seen the introduction to the new video, guys. Those of you who are on the higher tiers can see the new video introduction. It's already done. So what do you think of that? What do you think of that? But otherwise, you're gonna have to wait until it's released. I've got to, you know, provide some value for the people who support me, you know, because it's an incredible, humbling thing, and it's hard to be able to give back to the people who support the channel. And wherever I can, I try to provide extra value, such as taking the time out during a video, during the streams, to make sure that I call out the people who are on the Yokai Power user tier. These are the people who have been supporting me, like monetarily, which is fucking wild. And I don't have the words, as I described earlier. I don't have the words to properly put to the sensation, put to the feeling of what that means. The fact that people are willing to serve as patrons for the content, for my content, is incredible to me. Like it's an incredible feeling. So that's 720, Angle, Blissy Cat, Danny Dan, 5th Gram. My name is John Mustard. Orbis, Tarantado, Sarah, Sleep Deprived Toaster, Squid Empress Jellies, Thy Wolf, Your Favorite Scented Candle, Zero, Jersey, Pickles, and Tim Kai. Oh wait, no, that's not his name actually. That's not Pickles' name. I don't know why I always get Pickles' thing fucked up. Count Pickles the Brine, my lord, my lord, my lord. What? The John Marston thing? Is that actually the scene? Did I get that right? Did I get that right? I played a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2. Almost, yeah, he almost got pickled. True that. True that. Is the song Pickle sang? No, Pickle sang the house building theme. Yeah, no, Pickles sang the house building theme. Hey, Blissy, hey, thank you. Wow. Now that make guys, I always love to see people like celebrating the MOMOKARUN chapters. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. 13 months, holy shit. Guys, crazy. That's crazy. Thank you for 13 months. Let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going. Let's fucking... I'm so proud. I'm so proud of how far we've come. I'm so proud of how far we've come. I mean, you may not have noticed. You may not have noticed, but I fixed my camera. I improved my camera again. Now, it's the same camera. It's the same camera that I could not afford to buy, which I did buy. But I figured out the best settings for the depth of field, right? So now like there's a clear definition between the background and the foreground. You know, look how blurry it is back there and how like crisp it is over here, right? How fucking crazy is that? I figured that out. I played around with the settings and everything. You know, I didn't even take the camera down. It's just always up. It's just always up between my two monitors. Oops, sorry, I poked you in the eye. My bad. You know? Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. But, yeah. So that's pretty cool. Anyway. Exactly. House building. Red Dead Redemption. One day I'll play Red Dead Redemption on Twitch. I believe my Twitch is in the description. Join as a follower there. Follow the channel. We play games every week. Sorry, Madge. Sorry, dude. Anyway, where are we? Silksong. I've actually never played Hollow Knight. It's something I need to do. Perhaps I'll do it on stream one day. Well, I upgraded my PC so that I could work on content and stuff, so, you know, it all works. You know? Alright then. Let's see where we're at. I know Red Dead does not have a PS5 port. A native PS5 port for some fucking reason. Whatever. Right, let's see. Where are we at? Right. Let's see if we can square away two of these. Let's see if we can square away two of these bad boys. Hold on. We've kind of been doing a lot of Metal Gear. We've been doing a lot of Metal Gear recently, and we also did some Resident Evil. Played the new Resi, which was pretty dope. Right, guys, here we go. Let's see if we can get through two of these tonight. I kind of did a lot of MOMOKARUN talk today. So yeah. So we probably only get through two. But how many? 10. Right. So let's get our die. Where you at? Die? Do a 12. Come on, let me grab it. Second Son. Yeah, Infamous Second Son. Infamous 2 was better. Second Son is a beautiful game. That plays really well, but Infamous 2 is better. 2, The Sun. Look at him go. Yeah. That's Infamous Second Son. Like I said, Infamous 2 is better. Infamous 1's great as well. Anyway, The Sun. Right. Let's have a look. Let's have a look then. The Sun Tarot. Positivity, fun, warmth, success, vitality. The Sun Tarot card radiates with optimism and positivity. A large, bright sun shines in the sky, representing the source of all life on Earth. Underneath, 4 sunflowers grow tall above a brick wall, representing the 4 suits of the minor arcana and the 4 elements. In the foreground, a young naked child is sitting atop a calm white horse. The child represents the joy of being connected to your inner spirit, and his nakedness is a sign that he has nothing to hide and has all the innocence purity of childhood. The white horse is a sign of purity and strength. I've not looked at the chat yet, but I'm assuming Vamola. Are we? Yeah, we said Vamola. Wait, we haven't done Vamola yet. I haven't done the star yet. I'm not I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know one way or the other. I don't know one way or the other. So if this doesn't fit, if this fits Vermola, it's going to have to go to Vermola. I mean, who else does it work? Who else does it work for? Vermola is Star. I haven't read Star yet. We can swap them out later. Right? Alright, we'll go look at the Star. Alright, guys, we'll look at the Star. Hope, faith, purpose, renewal, spirituality. Why is this one specifically more Vermola? Yeah, I think Star could be Gigi. I think that the Sun is Vermola. I feel like the Sun works for Vermola, personally. Oh, there he is, look. Look at him. What a fucking dork, dude. Look at him, he's got a smoke effect. He had to be different. He had to be different, didn't he? He had to be different. I swear to God, this guy. Yeah, I think that it does play a like... I don't know that Vermola is necessarily as faith-driven as someone like Banger was, right? And you could argue that, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think they both work, but I feel like the Sun really screams Vermola. Right? Optimism, positivity, innocence, purity of childhood. Well, I suppose maybe you could make the argument that this is Gigi. You know, insecure losers get flipped. What about the toilet? Where's the toilet tarot card? Inner child, feeling down, overly optimistic. I mean, I suppose you could make the argument that this is Gigi, right? Renewal makes sense. Yeah, I could see the Star working. I could see the Star working for her as well. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll let chat decide. Well, especially because we're treating Gigi and the Evil Eye as separate entities here. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, this would... Also, the Sun and the Moon would work as opposites for Gigi and the Evil Eye, right? Don't blame me. I voted for Kodos. I'll kill you. I'll kill all of you, especially those of you in the jury. No, Acro Silky I don't think is separate. I don't think Acro Silky counts as separate from Ida, because Acro Silky passed on, her consciousness passed on. but her essence, I think, got transferred to Aira, in the same way that Zuma's abilities are also of Futa, who passed on. Right, someone did throw away their vote, just so that we're all aware of that, just so that everybody can see that somebody did throw away their vote right there. It's Chow there, Chow there. Yeah, we are doing this, son. Yeah. I'm gonna enjoy this. Yeah, Homo J. Bouvier. This guy knows. This guy knows. I knew that this guy would know. I knew that this guy would know. The most obvious fucking... Yeah. Exactly. Rokuro's all the tarots, by the way. Sweep. Rokuro sweep. Rokuro sweep. Yeah, I mean, I think Mai is a separate entity to Rin, right? Like she is a full-blown separate entity to Rin, I think. Yeah, since a few chapters ago. I know. Rip. Sorry, guys. Mai's a traitor. Just so that you remember. Did we... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. Yes. When we did the previous thing, the zombie one, when we did the zombie one, we put Mai as the traitor. Now she's working for the bad guys. Bellissimo. Magnifique. We were correct, guys. We were correct. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. We were right the whole time. Holy shit. She was the traitor the whole time. There's an imposter, guys. Dude. Yeah, but Futa's just... It doesn't count. Because he's actually dead. He's actually passed on. It's just his powers that linger. That arrow on the left. Here. Yes! Look! There she is! She's the traitor! We named her that! We were so right! We were so right, guys! When we named her that, as a group, as a community. God. You think you know a guy. You think you know a guy, huh? Honestly. It's destiny, yeah. She was bound to end up this way. That's crazy, dude, that she did that. It's crazy that she's a traitor like that. You know? Right, what did we say? GG. Look at him go! Incredible. 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 Well, it's long gone, Orvis. It's long gone. Maybe next Halloween. Maybe next Halloween, eh? Here we go, here we go, here we go! Oh! 11? We don't have an 11. Hey, get over here. Okay. Okay. Oh, whoa! 10. We don't have a 10. There we go. Here we go. Oh, look at it go. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is rigged. Blissey rigged it. Blissey rigged it. Watch this. Watch this. This is a trick shot. You ready? It's going to land on 4. All right? It's going to land on 4. 5. It's going to land on 5. I got it. I got it. No way. That's crazy, dude. I got it. First try. I got it first try. Did you see that? Did you guys see that? That's crazy. I can't believe I got it first try. was behind the camera. Oh shit! Right? Yeah. No, it was 4. Oh, I could have just. No, I'm the Pinocchio. No. No. That's funny. That is funny. I'm sorry. Chat. Is this chat? Can we get some laughing reacts in the chat, please? Can we get some LOLs in the chat? Sudden change, upheaval, chaos, revelation, awakening. The tower shows a tall tower perched on the top of a rocky mountain. Lightning strikes, set the building alight. And 2 people leap from the windows. Fucking hell. Head first and arms outstretched. It's a scene of chaos and destruction. The tower itself is a solid structure, but because it's been built on shaky foundations, it only takes 1 bolt of light. This is perfect for Nuglover. 1 bolt of lightning to bring it down. It represents ambitions and goals made up from... Yes! Let's go! The lightning represents a sudden surge of energy and insight that leads to a breakthrough or revelation. It enters via the top of the building and knocks off the crown, symbolizing energy flowing down from the universe through the crown chakra. The people are desperate to escape from the burning building. Not knowing what awaits them as they fall. Anything's better than being with Nuglover. Around them are 22 flames, representing the 12 signs of Zodiac and 10 points of the Tree of Life, suggesting that even in times of disaster, there's always a divine intervention. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We ain't fucking around with this shit. I don't care. I don't care. Executive decision. The end. The end. The end, man. There's nothing to say, dude. We'll do another one. We'll do another one. I love this. It represents ambitions and goals made on false premises. That's him. That's him. It's a full-blown Nuglover. That's crazy, dude. That's like perfect for him. Dude, he sucks, bro. He sucks ass, dude. Okay. Okay, it's gonna be a 4. 8. No, I did that wrong. I did that wrong. Hold on. Are you fucking joking? Do you see that? It was a 4. I'll do it again just so that you guys can see that I'm not faking it. It's gonna land on 4. Ready? Hold on. That was fake. No, it's incorrect. Hold on. Hold on. Where'd it go? Whoa! First try! What the hell? That's crazy. Whoa, first try, dude. I got it right. Holy shit. I'm good. I'm sorry, but I'm good. I've gotten really good at this. I'm just really good at... I've always been really good at predicting these kind of things, I guess. You know? That's wild. I don't know. That's crazy. Adolfo. Yes. Literally yes. Yes. Literally yes. That is who I was talking about. That's crazy. That's crazy. Am I that predictable? Am I that predictable, chat? I don't want to know the answer to that, actually. Is that correct? Did I spell that correct? Oh, God, I did. I spelled it correctly. Guys, it's alright. I spelled it correctly. I was really worried there. Authority, establishment, structure, a father figure. That's definitely Kinta. If the Empress is the mother archetype of the tarot deck, the Emperor is the father. He sits upon a large stone throne adorned with 4 ram's heads, symbolic of his connection with Aries and the planet Mars. In his right hand, the Emperor holds an Ankh, the Egyptian symbol of life, and in his left is an orb, which he ponders, representing the world over which he rules. Are we really doing Kinta? He wears a red robe, indicative of his power, passion, and energy for life. Underneath it, he wears a suit of armor, suggesting that he's protected from any threat. and any emotional response or vulnerability. His long white beard is symbolic of his age-old wisdom and experience, and along with his gold crown, he is an authority figure who demands to be heard. Behind his throne looms a tall, impenetrable mountain range, signifying that he is backed by a solid foundation, but resistant to making any changes unless he deems it necessary. Beneath the peaks flows the small river, giving some hope that despite his tough exterior, he's still an emotional being. It'll just take a lot of digging and trust to get him to open up to his softer side. This is definitely, yeah, this is who Kinta thinks he is. I do think there's something to say for the rigidity of the character. I guess you could maybe say Manjiro. Maybe. Because he definitely doesn't strike me as an emotional being. Oh, yeah, you know what? This could be Rokuro. This is Rokuro. No. Yeah, this is Rokuro. This is Rokuro through and through. Because we don't know if this guy actually is like an emotional being or not, right? Yeah, no, this is him. Yeah. Yeah. I'm in on that. I'm in on that for sure. It's actually quite interesting and you know what? Actually, this way of viewing Rokuro is actually quite an interesting one. Like, this is a genuinely interesting way of viewing Rokuro as a character. I mean, I guess we could vote on it. Father figure Rokuro sounds funny. That's true. But, I mean, I suppose he, I was going to say, like, he is the, like, a father figure to some of the, yeah, in the fight. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. We got some Kinta. The idea of Kinta as a father figure is crazy, but I suppose he does see himself as a commander in the group, doesn't he? So it's not that incorrect. Yeah, no, you're right, Homer. Sooner or later, you'll be the father of the convenience store. Come on, come all. Everybody vote. Everybody vote, girlies and gamers. You know, since starting all of this, I've wanted to find something that I could call you guys. I wanted to find something to call you guys, like a name for the community. I'm actually going to adopt calling you guys girlies and gamers. I'm very excited about this, actually. I don't know what it was. It must have been MOMOKARUN, the MOMOKARUN day. But I'm invested now in calling you guys girlies and gamers. You know? Your chat when I'm upset with you. Or when I'm trying to be dismissive towards you guys, I'll call you chat. You know, if I'm like trying to be like, you know what I mean? I'm not calling you guys rookies. It's too cheesy. You know what I mean? It's all too cheesy. Using the brand name is too cheesy. It just doesn't roll off. It just feels like corpo slop. You know what I mean? It feels like corpo slop if I'm calling you guys that. Like it feels like you know when like a games company is like showing off a game's like demo, like a live demo thing that they're doing on stage, and they're coordinating with their friends on the team. It feels like that. You know what I mean? We've got bogeys on our flank. Don't worry, buddy. I'll go sort that out. Don't worry, buddy. I already caught them. They're down. Mission accomplished. You can do all of this and more in the new Anthem. You know what I mean? Whereas like, you know, it just doesn't feel authentic. No offense, by the way, for using the American accent for that, for cracking out the American accent for that. It's just they do all of those in American. It's not just because Americans in some way show that off. You know what I mean? No, there's a fucking demo that they did for Anthem. There's a demo that they did for Anthem where they're playing it and they're like coordinating the whole team and stuff. And the guys doing it, they're not friends. I can tell you're not friends. You haven't swore once. All you're doing is just like, you know, it's like, hey guys, I have a plan. We need to work together to take this guy out. Don't worry. Let's go get him with the pincer maneuver. And then you can get on their flank. Okay, guys, let's do it. Guys, great hustle out there. We did it. You're the best team ever. Like, you know what I mean? Who talks like that? Who talks like that? Anthem, the game that destroyed BioWare. This is how I communicate in Helldivers. I know that is true. Where we dropping, boys? That is true. I'm always like there, like, oh, where we dropping, boys? And then Blissey or Toaster or something will be like, hey guys, I'm thinking maybe we should drop over to the south. That'll give us the greatest strategic advantage. That way we can circle around the building and we can take them in a pincer maneuver. We can exploit their left flank. Atrocious behavior. Atrocious behavior. And that's why you guys are being referred to as girlies and gamers. Alright? I got the screenshot. I did it. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. It's perfect. Perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. That is perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's really it's perfect. It's perfect. It's every day. Oh, you just Jake Paul me. You were Jake Pauler. You're not a low ganger. You a Jake Pauler or a low ganger? Or like, you know? You're in that Jake Paul gang, or are you a Maverick? Yeah, it was crazy. Crazy that the tower suited him so well. Yeah, I'm well versed in these things. No, don't unsub, please. They're gonna take my thumbs. No, come on. I know these things, guys. You know. Remember when he's. Remember when he said, England is my city? Do you remember that? I remember that. I remember that. You became a priestess. Well, there you go. Well, there you go. You're one of the girlies now. You're not one of the girlies, you're one of the gamers. My fellow millennial zoomer. Oh, that hurts. That's real, bro. That was too much. That was too much. That one stung a bit. That one stung, actually. Oh. I know. I've only got what? I don't. I mean, Logan, or both of them are dreadful. Both of them are dreadful. I've got what? A month. I got 5 weeks left, and then I'm squarely in my 30s. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You know? Let's go. Gen Z. No, I'm. No, well, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. It's all the same, really. It's all the same. Never mind, eh? Never mind, Ducky. Don't worry about it. Never mind. How you doing, Duck? Simon says that you were doing such and such down there, down at the bloody welfare, weren't you? Better not catch me. Better not catch you doing that, Miss N. Let me tell you. First knee crack. The first knee crack of a new section of my life. You always know how to make me say this exact sentence. The Cool Kids Club. Yay! Yeah. Than we already had, which was a lot. I'm sorry that you're from Ohio, bro. You know, I'm sorry you're from Ohio, dude. Ain't no way. He's from the... Wait, are you telling me that you guys like that meme so much that you actually made it into a real fucking state? That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. I'm sorry, but that's absurd. I've never heard something like that before. I've never heard something like that before. But yeah, this has been a good chapter. This has been a good chapter, hasn't it, guys? It's been a good stream. Nice little fun stream. Don't you think? I actually know fucking nothing about Ohio, so don't know. They actually turned the country of England, I believe, to a city. Yeah. Yeah. No. Well, hold on. Robin Hood. Leave Robin Hood out of this. You leave Robin Hood out of this. Literal hero. I'm sorry that your regional saint. I'm sorry your regional saint didn't rob from the rich to give to the poor. I'm sorry that your regional saint did never do that. America. I would love to go to America one day when things are not as awful as they are. No offense, guys. You know, I'd love to. I admire a lot of things about America. I admire a lot of things about America. I think America is an exceptional, has an exceptional group of people. An exceptional group of people. It's just maybe not the right thing right now to go there. You know? But it is what it is. It is what it is, you know? Everybody will steer the ship right. I believe we'll all steer our own ships right eventually. You know, I'll tell you what. Like the fact that you can kind of like meet so many people through this is like, you know what I mean? Like it's a testament to the goodness of people. You know, it's a testament to the overall goodness of people, and it will eventually win out. I would like to go to Brazil at some point as well. These places are so far from me, though. Like all the way over the water, you know, over the pond. Ew. The other side of the pond. my regional leanings. Yeah. Yeah, I know, I hate you, man. Hi, Jenny. Yeah, I'm glad that you enjoyed lurking. Now, that is somewhere I'm going. Next month. Going back to old España. Going back to Spain. You guys fucking rock. Spain fucking rocks. Oh, man. I'd love a midnight trip to Big Tesco. I'd love a fucking midnight trip to Big Tesco, dude. You know? Yeah. Yeah, Australia. I'd like to go to Australia as well, you know. But goddamn, you guys have scary creatures there. I don't know if I fuck with that. You know? Yeah, I know. I have very. I think I have fairly obvious. Obvious political leanings, Orbis, but I try my bestest. To be on good behavior for the stream and not mention it too much. But I think that they're obvious, right? Go to where? Go to bookies. What does that mean? What's bookies? Is that it? Booksies? Is that how you say it? Somebody spell that phonetically for me. Isn't that? No, it's pretty scary mentally. Yorkshire. All right, Yorkshire. Yorkshire's all right. Yeah. 5 years in Bradford. That's crazy. Yorkshire's all right. I quite like Yorkshire. You know? What? Bookies. Is that right? Hey, no, you don't want to know the shame. I'll tell you what. Last night, I'm going to tell you something, guys. You can't spread this around. There's a secret between us, all right? Because it's a shameful thing. All right? I had to go shopping today, right? Because I have nothing in last night, right? I had my dinner and everything, and I was like, that was fucking great. But I got to like 1 a.m. I had finished editing, and I had fucking nothing in the flat. I didn't want to order food. I really didn't want to order food. I'm trying to stop myself from ordering food at midnight. So I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Right? Everything else requires extensive cooking. And those are my ingredients for the next day, which I'm not going to start using. So and you're going to be fucking ashamed of me. I got some gravy and I got some Yorkshire puddings. I made 4 Yorkshire puddings. And just got some gravy. And I just dipped that shit. It was fucking amazing. 1 a.m. dipping some Yorkshire puddings in gravy and eating that. It's fucking amazing. You don't know. Alright? You don't know. It was actually genius. It was genius, really. It was genius. Oh, it was so good. I know what, I've changed my mind. I'm not ashamed of it. Alright? I'm itching to do it again. Yeah, it's another level. You should have seen it. Oh, man. Hold up. You're different. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Oh, I'm sorry that you can't handle that, dude. It's actually devastating. No, but like, catch it though. But like, that's not a great picture. Either. There you go. Look at this shit. You telling me that this wouldn't fucking rock the Casbah? Come on, dude. Goddamn, dude. Look at this. Oh, I want to do it again. Now. Right, yeah, I did buy the midnight burger that has... Right, okay. The midnight burger that I bought in November did have a curse on it. I'll admit that to you. I'll admit that to you that the midnight burger had an eldritch curse on it, and it cursed me with respiratory problems that linger to this day. I admit that it was a cursed item, okay? But I couldn't have known that it would be a cursed item. I couldn't have known it. Yeah, no, you should have made the Yorkies. You should have made the Yorkshires. Oi, we left this pudding out so long it got dry and flaky and bland. Let's name it after a city. Hey, you steady on, son. Right, what am I looking for here? It's bookies. Is that it? 1C? Bookies. What the fuck, dude? What am I looking at? What the fuck am I looking at? What is this? What is this? What am I looking at? Yeah, that looks good inside, but I hate this. What am I I hate this. I hate this a lot. I'm sorry, but this is not a good thing. This is a nightmare. This is the great nightmare. Jesus Christ, dude. What happened? There used to probably be trees there. There used to probably be trees there, dude. Ain't no way. This is not like a day out, surely. Hey, Maureen. Maureen. Yeah, I was thinking, do you want to go get some gas? You want to go to the gas station? And pick up some fudge donuts? I was thinking to go to Buc-ee's. I hate this. I really don't appreciate what I'm looking at. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, I don't appreciate. How many fucking pumps are there? No, man. What the hell? What is it? Is it like a Costco? Ew, that looks good though. That looks good. It looks like that looks good. Okay, alright, you got food there. Okay, there's beef jerky. Okay, okay. Cleanest bathrooms. I don't know if... Shouldn't all bathrooms be clean? That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Nah, it's because you guys drive everywhere. That's what it is, isn't it? You know? It's because you guys drive everywhere. This is like driving central, isn't it? Damn, dude. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if this is like... I don't know if this is my vibe. It's like brutalist design. Churros with chocolate and Mona de Pascua. I'm gonna note that down. In fact, no, can you note that down for me, Jenny? I'm such a fucking cheeky bastard. That's crazy that I just asked you to do that. But could you also please do that? Please do note that down for me. I'll have it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Alright? And I don't feel compelled to go to the McDonald's there this time. Because I went last time. I went last time, so I don't feel compelled to go again this time. You know? But I will be going to find all... Yeah, no, yeah. Anything else? Anything... You know what? I might make a space on Discord. Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member to get access to the Discord. It's the best place on the internet for Dandadan. I might make a space on the Discord for Janny to drop me some Spain tips and tricks. Nah, maybe I'll go in the airport, all right? Maybe I'll go in the airport, okay? Did the CEO make you crave it with the big arch? The big arch. Hasn't the big arch been here for like a year? Right? The product. That's crazy. Sorry, I was just taking off my socks. Just taking off my socks, let the dogs out, let the dogs breathe. Yeah. Well, yeah, I know that you guys have a trucker culture, don't you? You guys have a trucker culture. Respectable. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Trucking is pretty respectable work in my eyes. Although this is a cursed location. I'm gonna just be honest with you. This is a cursed location. You know what I mean? That's a cursed location. I'm sorry. Like I'm no doubt it's good. I have no doubt that the stuff there's good. All right, I wouldn't doubt that. But goddamn, that is a cursed location. That I could see this being a spot. I could see this being a spot that you go to in like a Dark Souls game. Do you know what I mean? Or like a zombie thing. All right, bet. If I ever, for some God knows why, if I ever end up in Ohio, or Ohio, alright? Yeah. Okay, we can drift through the American Southwest. Fuck it, let's go. Let's go. Texas. Sorry. Not funny. It's a little funny. I got these from a place called Texas. Yeah. Sorry. I can't help it. Okay. I'm sorry. Jeez. Sue me. Sue me. I'm alright. Oh look, they've got locations in Maryland. The da-de-do-de-do. Jesus Christ, that's nightmarish. Look at this. Look at this layout. Jesus Christ. Does that not scare the living shit out of you? That scares me to fucking ribbons. I'm so scared. Oof, golly. Golly gosh. Costco sets off my triggers that in me as well. It looks like an airport. It looks just like an airport, yeah. But don't worry, when I eventually end up in Ohio, we'll go pickle, alright? We'll go. Bigger than stone villages in England. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm curious. Like I said, I admire a lot of things about America. You know, I like a lot of things about it. New York would be a nightmare. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, maybe. Maybe. I think that this being like, I think it's the amount of cars that sets me off here. Like, it triggers me, you know? Whatever. That's a lot of petrol pumps. That's a lot of bloody petrol pumps, that is. Imagine the smell. Icky. Interesting. Yeah, that is very strange. Yeah, I don't like the petrol smell either. I don't like the smell of petrol. You know? Unless it's the only thing going. In which case, pass it over. In which case, it's my turn. Alright, anybody else got something for me to Google before we finish this? About the oil and shit. Nah, don't worry about it, bro. Appreciate that, though. Ohio. Go to the Mothman place. I'd love to do that, dude. I'd love to do that. You know what? I think I'd have a great time in America. I think I'd have a great time hanging out in America. You know? Imagine being... That's the crazy thing. Imagine going on that road trip, dude. Maybe not to all of it. Maybe not all of it. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. The big hole. They got a big hole. What? There's a big hole in Ohio? You guys have a big hole in Ohio? What's it called? What's this big hole that... What should I do? I'm searching just Ohio big hole. No way. What is this? Alright, you guys have a big hole. Oh yeah. In Utah. Okay. How odd. How odd. What would they think of next? Oh, the Grand Canyon. I see. I get it now. I see. I thought you meant like America had a butthole. Like America's butthole. Yeah, it's called Arkansas, buddy. Oh, that's crazy, dude. I know nothing about Arkansas. I know nothing about Arkansas. I just feel like it worked. You know what I mean? Is that accurate? Is that inaccurate? What's going on? What are we doing here? YouTube sensation. Thank you. Thank you. You know? Oh dear, that was funny. I enjoyed that a lot. That was absurd. That's absurd. Fucking buddy. Oh my lord, dude. Bucko. I'm about to get physical with you, mister. Hey, do you want to take this outside, pal? You want to take this outside, pal? Hey, back off, buddy. I'm sorry, I can't. It's great. It's amazing. A mirror orb. Ah, I've seen that. I've seen the big orb. The big orb. I've often wondered about pondering upon it. Yeah. The bad American accent is so good. It's so fun. Yeah. The bad American scent. That's way worse. That's way worse. That's way worse what you just said. That's crazy that you just said that. Yeah. That's funny. That is funny. Alright, I'm kind of losing the plot here. I don't really know what I'm talking about anymore. But yeah. We over the F1 races. I don't know. The idea of watching cars as like a thing to me is never super in my wheelhouse kind of thing. You know, like the car's doing all the work, so I'm kind of like, feels like The car is the one I should really be congratulating. Nice job, car. You drive better than the other cars. Yeah, no, accents are a really funny thing. Accents are a really funny thing. You know. Like, it's funny because, like, Blissey, for example, is actually, like, a Cockney. You know what I mean? Like, full-blown as well. I can barely understand what she's saying sometimes. Very deep voice Cockney. He's like, calls people governor. It's like, right, governor. It's like, whoa. Not what you'd think, you know what I mean? From a cat. From a literal, actual, tiny little cat as well. Like an actual cat. You know? Calls the stairs the apples and pears. It's very strange. It's very strange. So I'm just like, what are you saying? What are you saying, little cat? Blind me down. There he goes again. There he goes again. Yeah. Well, to be fair, hi Valius. Would sue you for that. Yeah. Gary Newman. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't think that I sound particularly Nottingham, generally speaking, with my accent. I mean, it probably is quite a redundant thing to say if you're not from the UK or even from the Midlands, because you don't know what that would sound like. It's kind of difficult to place it as Nottingham in a lot of ways. But I think, like, but that's just because people in Nottingham kind of like very slow speaking, kind of lazily kind of talk, like, rather than saying like hi, hello, they'll go hey up me duck, hey up ducky, hey up ducky. Don't sound too northern. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? Yeah, I mean, Midlands is a strange place, you know. Midlands is a strange place. Yeah, that's it. Like, I don't have a particularly strong accent. In that regard, right? It's obviously English, and it's obviously slightly Northern English. What? Don't say bath, grass. Oh, mother, would you like to go for a walk on the grass? Oh, that sounds divine. Pumpkin. Anyway. Right. I don't know. I guess that's it. I guess we've hit our wall here. Good chapter, guys. Good chapter. I enjoyed it. Would be different with a Scouse accent. That'd be crazy. I don't think I'd have any followers. I don't think I'd have any followers if I had a Scouse accent. You know, which is pretty superficial of you guys. Which is pretty superficial of you guys. All right, like, how dare you? America tour. I'd go on an America tour. I just can't afford it. I just can't afford the America tour. I'd love an America tour, dude. One day when things are normal. But anyway, cool. This was good fun, guys. This was good fun. We got in some goofs, some gaffs. It was good. Let's see. What's worth knowing? What's worth knowing? Thanks, Medley. Thanks, everybody. Gotta get those numbers up. Yeah, I know. What's worth knowing? So yeah, like I said earlier, the video is in full swing currently. I want to say I am a quarter of the way through, but this is a it's quite an asymmetrical way of approaching it. Like generally speaking, even though the video is a quarter of the way done, all the hardest stuff is finished already. because it's just the nature of the way that the content is put together. The hardest stuff really does come first, which is why it always is so difficult to just make content, do video good. So I'm working on that. Ideally, hopefully, realistically, Sunday. And in that case, the notification would be accessible and visible on Discord on the Saturday, most likely, and on YouTube at the same time. So you'll be able to see that. But Sunday is the most likely point. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy it. And besides that, I'm working on other content as well, of which I can't spill currently because I don't know how it'll pan out. And then obviously I've got Dandadan stuff in the works as well. You know, so it'll be good. See the I mean, I'm not going to Spain for another like month odd, right? Like it'll be next month. So the video will be done very soon. And then also I'm gonna be away on the 20th of next month because that's my birthday. If something really fucking big happens, right? Here's something that you need to know. If something really big happens in the manga, I'm going to have to lay out a contingency plan for this ahead of time. I will be doing something. I will be involved in some way, shape, or form. All right? It'll be an impromptu, maybe even vertical stream. I'll do what I have to, all right? I can't, you know what I mean? I'll have to use my phone. Maybe I'll take my laptop if I'm really thinking about it. But I'll be fucking very upset if something big happens in the manga. Because then I'll have to just do something. Like an impromptu stream in that case. But that's a while away. PNG tuber stream. Yeah, I'll do what I have to do. Yeah, this is what I'm worried about. No, this is what I'm worried about, Nacha. Don't even breathe life into it. Ideally, it would be a hiatus. Ideally, the guy would put us on hiatus. My birthday had to fall on a fucking Monday, didn't it? You know? You know? It's diabolical. It's diabolical. But anyway, that's a them problem. For now, I'm going to leave you. I'll see you guys later this week. Or next week. Or whatever. You know? Nachan, we're in the same boat. Alright, guys. Catch ya.